Welcome to Cookin with Bobbi Jo. Today we're making another birthday cake. This one is for my dad. He cannot have sugar, so I was searching for a sugar-free cake. His favorite cake has always been German chocolate, and I was very surprised to find some keto German chocolate cake recipes. I have to admit I was very doubtful that they would actually taste good, but I was going to give it a try anyway. I ended up going with a recipe I found on the Big Man's World website. It has a lot of great reviews on this recipe. I will link his recipe in the video description. He has a lot of good tips on the recipe page, and on his website there are a lot of sugar-free and keto recipes. I have this recipe because I only wanted to make a single layer because I didn't want to use all my ingredients if it wasn't that good. It turned out great, so next time I will do a double layer. So if you want a double layer, just follow the link. I'm going to tell you the ingredients for a single layer cake. So for this cake, I used 1 cup of almond flour, a half a cup of cocoa powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a cup of softened butter, 4 large eggs, a half a tablespoon of liquid stevia, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now this is just for the cake part. I forgot to video my ingredients before adding them to the bowl, so I apologize for that. You want to start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. Grease an 8-inch springform cake pan. Now I spray it down with Baker's Joy, and then I also put parchment paper in the bottom, but it doesn't say you have to do that. I just always do it for an extra layer of protection from sticking. In a mixing bowl, add the dry ingredients and mix well. I sifted the flour and the cocoa powder and the baking soda together because cocoa powder seems to always be lumpy, and I wanted to make sure I got all the lumps out. In another bowl, mix together the eggs, stevia, vanilla extract, the butter is supposed to be softened. Well, mine is melted because I put it on the stove to soften it up a little and I forgot about it, so it melted. Once combined, you want to mix in the dry ingredients a little at a time. This will be a thick batter, kind of like a brownie batter. Pour into the cake pan. Bake about 18 to 20 minutes, being sure not to overbake. It will continue cooking once it's removed from the oven. Cool completely before removing from the pan. Look at that cake. Oh, this smells and looks drool-worthy, y'all. While that is cooling, I will make the frosting, and I've never made frosting like this before. For the frosting, you will need 1 cup of evaporated milk, 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum, 1 cup of a sweetener of your choice. I'm using monk fruit, 3 egg yolks, a half a cup of butter, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of shredded unsweetened coconut. And I had problems finding unsweetened coconut in our local grocery stores. I ended up finding it at Publix. Oh, and you also need 1 cup of chopped pecans. Now this frosting is made on the stove. The recipe didn't say how high to have the heat, so I'm just going to go on medium-low. Add the evaporated milk and xanthan gum together. And I'm having issues mixing the xanthan gum in. There's probably a secret to it like cornstarch where you mix it in water and then add it in. I'll have to look it up since I've never used it before. If you know a secret or a tip about xanthan gum that I'm not aware of, let me know in the comments. Add the monk fruit. Egg yolks. Butter, vanilla, and mix well. Bring that to a simmer, and once it starts simmering, mix constantly until it starts to boil and thicken. Once it's thick, remove from the heat and fold in the coconut and pecans. And you want to let the frosting cool for at least an hour or until room temperature. I didn't have that much time, so I put it in the fridge to speed up the process and it worked out just fine. Once everything is cool, then you can frost the cake. Place the cake in the fridge for about 30 minutes to firm up and then enjoy. Since this is keto, I was able to taste test it. This definitely gets Bobbi Jo's drool-worthy stamp of approval. The cake itself has a rich chocolate flavor, kind of like a bitter dark chocolate, but once the frosting is added, it gets the sweetness and tastes perfect. I have to say I was pleasantly surprised it tasted just like a German chocolate cake. The cake was soft and moist and the frosting tasted just like it would have if it was made full of sugar. I will definitely put this on my list of cakes to do again. My dad, mom, and sister all gave it rave reviews and said it was drool worthy. So I guess we can have our cake and eat it too on a sugar-free low-carb diet. This cake has 3 net carbs per slice. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more do-it-yourself projects, bird videos, kitchen tips, gardening, and drool-worthy human and doggy treats. Y'all have a blessed day.